So I would like to share with you a thought on Sefiras, and I think this thought is very relevant to the challenge of our times. We still are in the midst of this pandemic, this terrible pandemic, and it's going on for a while, and we don't know how long it will still take. So in Israel, the situation is better than it is abroad, far better than it is in America or in Europe. And Baruch Hashem, it's tremendous Yata B'Shmaya. I don't know why. So there might be some medical explanations, but my feeling is very simple. Einei Eretz Asher Einei Hashem Elokecho Bo Mereis Shana Ad Achres Shana. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us all. And Achenu Shebednei Yom are as precious as we are. They are as beloved to HaKadosh Baruch Hu as Yoshvei Eretz Yisrael. But I don't know why. I don't know why we have lost many more people in America and Europe than we have in Eretz Yisrael. It seems to be just a siyata d'shmaya. Chasdei shemayim and rachamei Hashem al yoshvei Eretz Kodshenu. But I am troubled with a trend in Eretz Yisrael to get things back to normal and to rush back to ease all the restrictions. And I am very afraid, and I voiced this concern last week and 2 weeks ago many times, and I will do it again. But I want to share with you a thought about Sefiras Weimer. The Ran at the very end of Masechet Pesachim, Chof Ches Amud Aleph and Dapei Harif. The Ran quotes the Medrash. B'shasha Omer lehem Moshe Rabbeinu Tavden es u'elekim al ha'ar hazeh Amru loi Yisrael. Moshe Rabbeinu avoida zu Amos tihiyeh. When will this be? Moshe Rabbeinu promised. Zerach ois ki b'tzeischa me'mitzrayim tavden es u'elekim al ha'ar hazeh Amru lo Yisrael Moshe Rabbeinu avoida zu Amosai Amalohem l'soif 50 yom v'hoyu soifrim kol echod ve'echod la'atzmai mekan kavu chachamim l'Sefiras Weimer. An interesting comment in the Lashon of Chazal. Moshe Rabbeinu told them, Tavden osorkim al ha'ar hazeh, Amru loi, Lashon Rabin. They all cried out together, Kol echad, Ke'ish echad, Amosai avoid zu. And Moshe responds and he says, L'saf 50 yom, V'yosefa kol echad ve'echad la'atzmai. They all cried out together. The question was in chorus. They all asked together, Amosai avoid zu. But then each and every one on his own, and I think there's a profound point here. The aspiration, the yearning, the hope cries out from the entire people. We all want to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all together. But the avodas and nefesh is each one on his own. The Sefiras Weimer is part of the preparation to Kabbalah Satayla. That is the interpretation of all the early Gedolim. Rabbeinu Yerucham and Sefer Chinuch Mitzvah Vav. Laharis benafshenu esachipes hagodol sheyesh lanu alayoyim hazeh. Ke'eved yishav tzel. B'yisporat hayamim. Masa yagiyahu eisa nichsav sheyetze bo lecherus. That's the Lashon of Sefer Chinuch. So we all together want and yearn and dream and hope to be Zeicha Tekeres Elakim, to see the glory of a Kodesh Baruch Hu. They all said, Avoida zu, Amosai. But then they each went home, each and every one of them. The Avodas HaNefesh at the end of the day is private, is personal. So the Gemara Menachos Samech Hayom in the base dashin, so Svartam Lechem Shetei Sfira Kol Echad V'Echad. And there are two different pshotim, Maika Mashmalan. So some Rishonim seem to indicate there would be a half a minute that this mitzvah rests on the base then, like another Sfira. Shnoisa Shmitin V'Hayovel, and therefore the pasuk needs to say, Shetei Sfira Kol Echad V'Echad. The Mogravam quotes some Rishonim, Tov Beit Asif Kotten Beis, that you cannot be yoitza with others, unlike other mitzvahs, like Berch Samazon and Berch Zatoira and Kriya Shema and Shemoy Nesa. You could be yoitza with others, but here you need to count on yourself. And Magen Avraham wonders, but if there's a din Shemei Koine, it is considered as if everybody counts. So, what is the kavanah of Chazal? Usfartem lechem shetei sfira l'chol echad v'echad. Libi yoimeli in pnimius, it is the sfira by its very nature is a personal one, not a communal one. So Reb Sol Salanto, and before Reb Sol Salanto, the Chidush Harim, and before the Chidush Harim, the Maharal. And in Minchas Osha Moyadim, Sichois Chele Gimel. There are two different sets of Minchas Osha on Moyadim. Each of them now has 3 volumes. One is Sichos, Shmus and Divrei Chizuk, and the other is Landis. Sichos Minchas Osha Moyadim Chele Gimel. I quoted this many times. Many Gedolim, as I quoted a moment ago, felt that there must be some kesher between Mem Tes Yemei Asvira and Mem Chesvorim Shatoyre Nikneis Bohem. And Rebbe Solzlanter demanded his Talmidim to work every day, to work on one of the Kenyoni Torah, go through the list. Perik Vav Mesechet Avos, go through the list, Mem Chesvorim Shatoyre Nikneis Bohem. So the nature of the Sfira is Shetei Sfira L'chol Echad Ve'echad. As a community, as a tzimmer, we cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Eimosai Avoida Zu. But the Avoida is Shetei Sfira L'chol Echad Ve'echad. Each one of us as an individual. So many people ask, what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu want from us? Almeh Osa Hashem Kocha. As many of you know, I am generally hostile to people that claim to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ways and know exactly what he wants. Rabbi Yosef Arbo was one of the greatest Jewish philosophers, and he was a Talmud of Rabbeinu Nissim of the Rab. And in Sefiru Ikram, he has an expression, 3 words, but 3 words that are so profound. The Sefer Ikram writes, Ilu Yodativ Havisiv. If I would know HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I would be HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm not HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and therefore I cannot know him. And I cannot know his ways. Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ways. Hoidiyayinu was the Rochecha. Hareinu was Chodecha. And there's a machlokes that may have Rabbi Yossi Brochas of Zayin whether his bakosha was fulfilled. Even Moshe Rabbeinu. So I don't know why HaKadosh Baruch Hu does what he does. Only the Nevi'im knew, because they knew what HaKadosh Baruch Hu told them. But the prophets no longer walk the land. And it's been thousands of years, Ma'az Sheposka HaNevuah. But we are entitled to try to guess. And the Rambam does teach us at the beginning of the Chastaniyos that when tragedy strikes the community, Kadosh Baruch Hu is speaking to us. And we need to do cheshbon and nefesh. The Rambam doesn't write that we need to figure out exactly what. Everybody has to do his own cheshbon and nefesh, and it's clear that we need to be better. Tshuva, tefillah, tzedakah, we need to be better. It's far more easy and convenient to do the cheshbon and nefesh of others and say what they need to do better. It's more challenging when each and every one of us does his own introspection. And we should know better than anyone else what we need to do and how we could be better. But I think it is legitimate to try to suggest some ideas. as long as they're positive and not negative. So, Libi Yoimali, I have a feeling, and I said this many times in recent weeks, maybe what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants now is Shetei Sfira L'chol Echad V'Yechad. They all cried out together, Eimosai Avoida Zu, tell us Moshe Rabbeinu, but then, Kol Echad V'Echad Sofer La'atzmai. So we're in isolation. The yeshivas are closed, the Bota Midrash are closed. And most of us are davening at home, especially in America, in Europe, and many other places in the world. In Israel, the government recently allowed davening in open space, but I plead with people, especially with the elderly and those whose immune system is compromised, don't leave your home. I'm unhappy about this situation. So in SSO, we have this new concept of capsulas. I don't know, I don't get it. So 45 Bukharim could come to the yeshiva and be together for a month and not go out of the building. Is that a solution? We have tens of thousands of yeshiva Bukharim. So we're going to have 45 here and 45 there. I think the main focus should be Kol Echad Ve'echad Sofer Li'atzmai. Try to teach Torah while everybody is on his own. So you're going to have capsules, a new concept in the Torah world. 45 Bukharim here and another's there. What about all the rest? What about all the rest? Libi Yoimeli HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I want to see each and every one of you as an individual. How is your avodas Hashem? How is your Sefira when Kol Echad Ve'echad Sofer La'atzmai? That is what our Avos did, the very first generation, Yotzei Mitzrayim, before they approached Har Sinai. Eimosai Avodah Zu. Moshe says, "L'sofcha mishum yoyim v'hoyu kol echad ve'echad sofer la'atzmai." Me'inyan le'inyan ba'oisei u'inyan. You all are familiar with the concept mitzvahs anosha milumod, which is a negative concept. And the Navi says their entire avodas Hashem is just out of routine, doesn't mean anything. The Navi Yeshayahu Perek Chof Tes Posek Yud Gimel Yan Ki Nigashu Hamazeh Bepiv Ubisvosov Kibduni Veliboy Rachak Memeni Vatehi Yerosam Oisi Mitzvahs Anosha Melamado. Yes, with our mouth, with our lips, they offered their respects, but their heart is far away. And the Yer Shamayim is just out of routine. All the Sifra Misa talk about Mitzvahs Anosha Melamado. But the great Slobodka Rosh Hashiva Rabbi Isaac Sher once said, and he was one of the most original thinkers in the Musa world. I love his shmusi. So Rabbi Isaac Sher said, we need to apologize before Mrs. Anosha Melamada. We abused her, we degraded her, and we need to ask for forgiveness. How would we be as communities, as people, as individuals, if not our blessed routine? If a person wouldn't go to shul to daven, and he wouldn't say Kriya Shema until it bursts out of his heart, and he wouldn't put on tefillin unless he really is up to it, how would we make it through this golus? What kept us going is mitzvahs Anosha Melamada. Yes, we schlep out of bed 6 o'clock every morning and we run to shul. And why do we do so? Because it's what we've been doing since we're little kids. It's what everybody does. So we do the same. So some people need to rush to work early in the morning and they get up 5 o'clock in the morning. I know people getting up 4 o'clock in the morning, going running, Dafa Yomi. It's what we do. It's what good Jews do. We go 3 times a day to shul to daven with minyan because that's what we do. That's what everybody does. That's what my father did, and that's what my grandpa did, and that's what we'll be doing for ages. And that's mitzvah sanosha manamodo. It's not the real thing. It's not what the Navi expects of us. We all know, yes, the real thing is your passion and your heart and the depth of your closeness to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if not for mitzvah sanosha manamodo, if not for our routine, we would be in a very dismal state. So let us appreciate mitzvah sanosha manamodo. Yes, you go to shul because everybody goes. You're embarrassed not to go. If you won't go, your friends will say, "What are you down in the morning?" So yeah, we try to be there for Berchas HaShachar, and most of us won't leave the shul before Oleinu because it's not what good people do. It's not what good Jews do. In this period, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, no more mitzvah sanosha manamodo. It's between me and you. You're davening at home. Nobody sees how long your davening takes. Nobody knows when you got up in the morning. Did you say Kriya Shema before Savzman of the Gro, Savzman of the Mogen Avraham? And all those thousands of wonderful young yeshiva bocher. Nobody knows how many hours a day you're learning. The mashgiach isn't there. The Rosh Hashiva isn't there. Even your friends ain't there. Nobody sees. Does nobody see? Ayin roya, v'oizen shomas v'chol masecho b'seif v'nachtav. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, nobody sees, but I do. And this time around, it's between you and me, no one else. You're not impressing anyone. Your friends aren't around. Neither is the Mishgiach, neither is the Madachia, neither is the Rosh Hashiva. It's between me and you. That's our challenge in this time. Each and every one of us before HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a yochid, as an individual. We all cry out together, Mosai, Avodazu. We want to go back to shul. We want to go back to yeshiva. Please, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, take this away. Open our yeshivas, open the koilalim, open the shuls. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, not yet. It's between me and you. No one else. You're at home. And I want to see how you daven, how you learn, how much kavana, how much hasmoda. We all cry out together, but what it ultimately boils down to is v'hayo kol echad ve'echad sofer la'atzmo. So right now, you're not impressing anyone. You're not making a roishav on anyone. You could get away without learning. You could get away learning half hour. So when your Ram is going to give a shir on the telephone, you could listen to half hour. And if he's giving a shir on Zoom, he will see you. But then no one knows what you're doing. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu does. So now you're reckoning between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Between the two of us, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, V'hoyo kol echad ve'echad sofer la'atzmo v'sfartem lachem shetei sfirat l'chol echad ve'echad. I hope we rise to the challenge, and I hope we'll pass this test. This is the ultimate test. This time around, it's not melamada. We're not used to this. We never imagined it will ever come to be. It's not something anyone expected, but it's here. This is our challenge, and we need to rise to the challenge. Daven good, learn good. Daven better, learn better. This is your opportunity. This is your challenge. This is your test. And in the schus of our tefillas and our Torah, Shekadosh Baruch Hu Yerachem al Amo. We should know B'Seiras Toivos and Yeshua's Menachos. We should share B'Seiras Toivos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should take this plague away, ahead of iron. we should be able to once again throw open our beloved shuls and yeshivas and koilalim. And we should only know Ach, Taiv, V'chesed. Very personal request to all of you that are listening to my shir. Imi Moirosi, Fradel Basleya, Baruch Hashem, she's 92, a Holocaust survivor, an amazing person. Big Tzedekis had a procedure today. She had a pacemaker put into her chest, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give her a refuah shleima min hashamayim. She should have arichas yamim v'shanim with good health and total clarity. And so the Leiden Moshiach Tzidkenu. And we should all together be mekabel pnei Moshiach Tzidkenu b'mehera v'yomeinu amen.